the things that you find difficult to do in your business is the things that you hide from, but typically it's the most important thing for you to do. People will say that I'm not fully utilizing Sift. You guys ever think about why people don't fully utilize Sift? Like, what is the reasoning behind it at its core? Like, what is the actual reasoning behind it? Like, what is the business back end of it? Like, what is the multiple ways to skin a cat? Yeah, but like Sift can be used no matter what cat you have that you want to skin. Doesn't matter doing bulk, doesn't matter what it is. There's a minimum use case and there's a maximum use case, right? It's because it requires you to actually do shit in your business, right? Like it requires you to learn the business. The things that you find difficult to do in your business is the things that you hide from, but typically it's the most important thing for you to do, right? But instead what most people do is they go find the thing that's shiny or easy, and they're like, oh, that'll solve my problem. And at the end of the day, it solves the immediate need maybe, but it doesn't solve the long term need, right? You get stuck feeling the feeling that you feel like there's something else. I just don't know what it is. I feel like I could scale. I feel like I could do better, but I don't know what that thing is. And so you get stuck in this mental rut doing the same shit over and over and over. And then ultimately, at some point, something happens, right? 3 or 4 deals don't fall, like, or they do fall through. And then you lose money and you're like, okay, now you're like stressing out because like I just lost these deals and I still got to continue like smashing the phones. But if you just did it right the first time and took the time to learn the underlying fundamentals and had clarity in the shit that you were doing, like you wouldn't fear the next month because you would know. Quentin, the guy I talked about like last month or a few months ago when this stuff came up was or when I was last on these calls was, he's mentioned me a ton. We're having a lot of conversations. Now Quentin closed. He started June 1st. I think it's when he started calling was June 1st. He started niche sequential, yeah, June 1st. So he just went through like a quarter, basically. He was working full time still, the whole gamut, and he was being like really like not having much patience, right? And he was really feeling like he needed to do more, yada yada yada. I'm like, dude, you got to give it some time. You got to just do this consistently. Pull in the data, dial more, and just do it consistently. He ended up closing out $40,000 last quarter or last month. So some of those were leads from June, right? He already has so far for this month another $40,000 locked up. He's working at a mobile home park in Jacksonville, right? All from just probates and evictions. He understands to the core, and he keeps asking me, he's like, well, how do I know if I'm not going to if I'm going to close deals next month? How do I know that? I'm like, well, what's your numbers right now? How many correct numbers is it taking for you to get a contract? Right. And he's like, well, is that really reliable? Because like some of these are from June. Am I supposed to look at only June, or am I supposed to look at like only July? Or I'm like, no, like you get your company full average, how many correct numbers to get contract right now? How much money have you spent? What does that cost per correct number? And then what's the cost per contract, and what's your profits? So that's your ROI, right? And so, you have to pull it back. And so he's at the point now where he's going to have his ultimate clarity, right? He has 90 days worth of information there. And he's seeing that those not interested that were probates, like has at least a 30 to 60 day conversion. A not interested from a probate after 30 to 60 days of follow-up becomes a lead, right? And so he's seeing that the compound effect of doing consistently the same thing that is 100% like fail proof, meaning that you can't have errors in between it, or lack of clarity, has a level of compound that you can't get anywhere else. And so once he gets his accounts, leveled out, and he has some money in the bank and he feels comfortable, right? Now he's going to add in the, more bulk dialing and do some other things. And Of course, you can scale probates nationwide if you really wanted to, and use a bulk dialer against probates, or power that. There's a lot of shit you can do to scale that. But the point is that patience is a big part of it, and you really got to look at where you're at in life and your business, and just understand that your scenario is not the same as everybody else's. But at the end of the day, from a SIF perspective, it doesn't matter which scenario you're in. It has a place for in your business. You just need to make sure that you allow your life to happen and work the process, and don't become so emotionally affixed to the outcome.
I'm going to give you some free money. I'm going to remove all excuses that you have on why you can't get started in REI SIF by actually giving you money to start here at REI SIF. Using this coupon code, you'll get $25 to use for skip tracing, direct mail, and whatever else you want. And I'm gonna go even further and let you know that when you sign up, if you go ahead and message support, you might even be able to get yourself a little bit of data in there as well. But just know that it's way more data than you would need in order to get your first deal, your second deal, or even just get a few more deals inside your business, especially when it's free. Use this coupon code, go sign up for a trial, and continue watching our content and learn more about how to be awesome at sales and marketing in real estate.